Shauno, speak to me.
Yeah, just hooked up, just want this one back up.
Yep, there's some Wahoo bars.
Yeah.
This is pretty sick.
That's a hoot.
Nice,
Yeah.
mate.
We could. Definitely a fish, but it could be a shark because it's at the end of the bait. I hate that.
Oh,
Yours is the one that's going to get eaten first.
Oh.
Deeper.
yeah. Oh, good morning, guys, and welcome to another Sammy Hitzke fishing adventure. Just so you know, we're already fishing. Look,
around, mate.
We don't. We've got 2 rods out with live baits. We are a substantial distance offshore. I'm with the one and only, the great, the late Shauno and I. Jeez.
Oh, here comes a fish. There's a fish. I can mark a fish on the sounder, which is very exciting when marlin fishing.
We are chasing black marlin. The Gold Coast has had an exceptional run of black marlin this year, and hopefully today is not going to be the exception to that. Look, I think we get credit points for being first out here. Yeah,
we got out nice and early. I reckon there's going to be a lot of boats out today.
Yeah, so there's been some big captures reported over the last few days. Soon to be trumped by us today, so we'll see how we go.
Stoked with one fish.
Actually, that's correct. We'll start at 1 and work our way from there. Look, it's a pretty simple ordeal. We've got live slimy mackerel out on circle rigs. We've got to jig a bit of bait. It's pretty relaxing until you hook up. It's quite a nice day out here.
Gorgeous. I reckon we go up and give it another drift. Our first drift wasn't really a real drift, it was just trying to get some bait, and now we sort of know where the bait is. I reckon you get right up on top of it and fish that front edge.
You heard it first, guys. If we don't hook up next drift, Sean's fault.
It's a guarantee, mate.
Sean's fault. Righto, we're going to get into it. Get serious now. Talk to me, skipper.
I'll just mark something on the sounder, and I reckon that one's going to get eaten in about, give it 5 seconds.
Can you give us a countdown then?
Okay, ready?
Yes.
5.
Oh, look at it.
4. It's on that bait, drop that bait down a little bit more even. 3, 2, 1.
Hang on. Now I'm on bait jigging duties, and it's actually been a bit of a problem. My first bait jigger dropped down, didn't have the cameras rolling, we were just getting stuff done. I got a full stringer and it got done by a marlin straight up. So they're here. P.S. I owe you a jig.
Well.
No, that was it.
That's maybe a bite.
Oh, might have a little quick look at him. Yeah, get that jig down. He's excited.
There's another fish. There's another fish. Drop that. Drop. Yours is the other bit.
Yeah, mine will be in the zone. We're marking fish on the sounder here. There's a fish there, if you can see, and there's also a fish there. It could be the same fish. It might have been swum through actually. Unless there's shouldn't.
Got bitten off by a marlin straight away.
You did?
Yeah.
Did you hook up? Oh, here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Been eat. Oh. Here we go. Here we go. I think he's got it. Yeah, I reckon he's coming flying up. I reckon I'm on here and this marlin's gonna come flying up. Woo! What is going on?
Hey?
Nah, we've got. Oh, I've got your jig. The bait jig. Oh no! You want to grab that?
Oh, yeah, hang on. Just gone down another 10. There's two slimies there.
Yeah, one's on the bait jig.
Wonder if...
Well, Shauno had just hooked up and got done on the bait jig, and it must have been that close to my line that the remainder of the bait jig that the Marlin had kind of left has swum around my line. I'll deal with that in a sec. Get this back down.
Yeah.
Oh, Shauno, speak to me.
Yeah, just hooked up. Just want this one back up.
Little inquiry. I reckon you're probably going to need... Whoa, where is it? Oh, there it is, up back there. One of these.
Hopefully.
Now, you've got a theory. Do you want to talk us through the theory about the back of the bait?
Yeah. As soon as we usually come off the back of the bait, it's a lot of the time a shark. This one here feels, I don't know, it's hard to know. I don't break them off straight away, but if they go for more than 5 minutes without jumping, it's time to thumb the spool. And
Usually if this fish was on the surface, we'd be chasing it down pretty hard now, but it's sitting straight up and down and playing silly buggers at the moment, so stay tight and see what it does. If it stays like this, we'll move off it, give it a different line angle, but at the moment there's not much you can do. Listen to your angler and help them out. What are you thinking? Well, the wrap up of that hookup was a dirty big shark. Try not to waste too much time on them. Once you kind of get a good ID on them, Shauno just locked up, popped him off. Yeah, you don't want to be wasting valuable time and energy fighting those big grey things. They fight for too long, they're a pain in the bum. There's dolphins out here everywhere. It's a bloody lovely morning. Look at them coming over to check us out. Hey! Or Shauno might be getting an inquiry here.
yeah.
I've just done a bait jig.
Done it? No.
Yep. Oh, look at the fish. I'm going to catch one on a dead slimy then. Shauno's on. Yoo-hoo!
That feels better. That feels better. There we go. There he is.
Oh, it's on!
Hey.
Oh, it's a cutie too. Look at him.
One.
We're going to chase this guy hard.
Oh, look at that foot there.
Oh, I'll get this line in. There we go. We're on the board. Nice one, Shauno. Oh, have we got the jumps on him? Are you going to need to chase him?
Oh, we will, yeah. Oh, yeah. Chase him, mate.
He's like 10 kilos.
Yeah. Tag pole's down there.
I'll get the tag pole ready actually. You're right there.
As soon as he bit that, he was up already.
He was on.
Oh, backflip, backflip. Hey. Let's go chase him.
We're going for numbers today.
Yeah.
So you want to get up on these fish pretty quick, get a tag in, you get another one. Trim it up. Well, I might spin you right round.
Yeah, that's better go then. I'm just here. How's that? Can't get a bait. This Marlin keeps smashing the bait jigs. It's a good problem to have sometimes. You at least want a couple of baits.
A couple of baits would be nice, particularly because I've got a bit of a plan in mind for some marlin baits today. Now we're going to be chasing this guy pretty aggressively, so you're going to have to forgive me. There's going to be some shaky camera angles. We're going from the steering wheel to the front to put a target in pretty quick if possible. You also got to be mindful that these guys can jump into the boat. They got a big sword attached to their face. Here we go, here we go. Oh, oh, you never get sick of seeing that. That is so cool. Oh, look at him. Yoo-hoo! Oh, that is so cool.
That is really cold.
Here we go, we're gonna get a shot here. Talk to us. We good?
Yeah, come up the front. He's gonna jump, come up. You'll be able to get a shot.
Oh, no. Here we go. Here we go. Boat's still in gear too if he goes back.
Coming. Grab a hammer.
Just gonna glove up in case we get the chance here. All right, back in gear.
Just back up in front, go.
Reverse.
Yeah. See if you'll find up against going deep.
How dare he? He's on the game chair. Marlin's just gone deep here. So we're reversing off him to change the angle of the line so that we can try and get some, well, it pisses them off more than anything. They're trying to dig down. It's easier to do that when the line's coming straight above you. If your line angle's coming like this, it actually pulls their head up and it annoys them and can cause them to go back to the surface, which is where you want them. It's actually swimming towards us. Here we go, there he is. There he is, he's up on the surface now. We've annoyed him. Now it's time to seize the day. Sorry. Got eyes on him?
Grab that right here, just go for a taggy. He's coming.
Tags in. Rightio, tags in. Now let's get him on the leader. Yeah, I got it. Fish on. There we go. Shauno.
Well done, mate.
Oh. And that circle hook did its job right in the corner of the mouth there. Grab that out for him. Hooks out. There you go, hooks out. That's why we use circle hooks, guys, because we're catch and release fishing these guys, so you can get those hooks out nice and easily, and it's yeah, it's good for the fish, it's good for everyone. Oh, how good is that? Little marlin for the morning, straight up. Shauno.
622.
622. We've got a marlin on the board already.
Alright. Turn him over, give him a good swim. He's very healthy fish. That tag's maybe a little bit low, but it's still a good tag shot. He's very healthy little fish. Now a lot of people like to take these out of the water, take a photo with them, but I reckon it's better just to get a photo in the water with them because it's just way healthier on the fish. Like he's got his colours back, he's got stripes on the side of him, his fins are all up. So I reckon, mate, you good to go. Yeah.
Yes! Nicely done!
Go get another one.
Now the hardest part found this morning is trying to get bait. It's heaps there and it's keen to eat. It's just getting it past the marlin that's proving to be quite difficult. They're eating the bait that's on the bait jig. I've actually had marlin eat my bait jig full of liveys just below the boat before. It's bloody crazy to see. They just come flying up out of the blue, absolutely annihilate. Geez, I'm doing it the long way here, one at a time.
It was about 30 metres under the boat.
There it is. Well, Shauno's hooked up again and he's actually stitched me up big time here. His fish has run across and cut my line. It might even be a wahoo or something.
Yeah.
Because it was moving seriously quick, and it's yeah, his braid has touched my top shot, and now that's all I got left with.
I don't think it's a marlin, bro.
Oh, we might have a little miscellaneous. It might be a gaff.
Oh, wouldn't that be lovely?
Because it hasn't jumped yet and it's moving some serious line. We're about to find out either way.
Yeah, it's changing direction too, like a
dolphin.
I'm not gonna say
like a dolphin.
like a wahoo.
Well, you've said it now.
Get that gaff ready, bro.
If that was a marlin, it'd be jumping by now. Clear this out of the way. There's a sinker. It's skinny.
That's a good sign. I'm very excited about these fish.
That's got to be a wahoo. Haven't seen the bars yet though.
No.
There we are. What? I think it's a big wahoo. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, it's fought like a wahoo.
I'm pretty sure it's not small, eh? Yeah, it is. Yep, there it is. Yep, there's some wahoo bars.
Yeah.
This is pretty sick. It's quite a decent sized fish too. And what we don't want to talk about is something we'll talk about later, hopefully. Just watch those rods to your side there.
Come around. There it comes.
Yep, come around. This is a nice fish. That was a gaff shot, but he was going under the boat.
Hello. That's a hoot.
Nice, yeah. Oh, that's a terrible gaff shot, but he was going under the boat, so I didn't want to miss him.
Oh, my leader.
Yeah. This is Jace, is it? Yeah. Bring it in.
Yeah.
Watch it, pointy end. Whoa!
Oh,
that's a big wahoo. It's a real big wahoo.
look at that.
Hold that beast up. That's big. That's got to be 20.
Yeah, it's all day, bro.
Oh, and that's why I didn't want to wait too long on the gaff shot. Look at the set of teeth on him, and that's a circle hook with nothing but mono. That's why when you get the opportunity to get a gaff shot, you take it. Very, very lucky. That is so awesome. Shauno, mate, it's your morning.
So stoked. You've got no idea. I love wahoo. They're probably my favourite fish in the ocean, without a doubt. This is a proper fish too. This is a real one.
That's every bit of one Shaun length. Hang on, let's swap sides. You got the sun at your back.
Yeah,
People need
I'll
to
take him up the front.
People need to see how the epicness of this one. Here we go. Look at that. That's big. That is proper. Shaun.
That's a good fish.
That is epic. Talk to us, mate. Talk to us.
Mate, I was just letting the bait out, and it was probably, I wanted to go real shallow with it, so I let it down about 25 metres, and then it just took off and stayed on the surface, never jumped, and started turning directions, and I thought, yeehaw, that's a wahoo all day, and it's a real good one too.
That's proper. That is proper. Righto, we're gonna get this guy on ice, preserve that flesh nicely.
Yeah.
There's me crap gap shot,
Yeah,
but I tell you what, I wasn't gonna let him go for another pass.
No.
Too good to miss that fish. Congratulations, mate.
Stoked.
Oh, I'll do one of these ones, but yeah. Righto. So we're rigging these slimies, bit of a bridle rig. Bait needle through the nose. I've got a Dacron loop. Never fail, ever, not even once. Shauno uses a rubber band. OG.
Not a special on it,
Just free spooling them down to depth. Probably sit this one about 40 metres. Then get back on the bait jig. Well, we've just cruised a bit further north and it appears this is the spot. Went from prawning scrum 1 week, Shauno, to the Marlin scrum now.
Well, as soon as one boat starts moving, it's just like prawns, mate, they all go.
They're all here. Everyone's keen for a look. No, there's some good bait here, so I can't imagine the Martians, Marlin the Martians, would be too far away. Worst comes to worst, I'll be able to continue on my endless pursuit for bait. Shauno's hooked up again. I just missed a fish and it came back like that. Its literal guts have come out and there's no other scratches on it. I had a fish. Oh, here we go, it might be coming up here.
Or just light the angler a bit harder.
There we go. Shauno's is a Marlin. You beauty.
The leader in the rod pit counts, doesn't it?
You. Oh well, I've cooked that one. I had my chance. Had to give it to Shauno. Oh, go son. Oh, how's the little bars on him? Oh, he's greyhounding. Yee-hoo-hoo. Oh, go son. Yee-hoo! How's that for a jump? He's a nice little fish too.
Grab that line on if you can. Yep.
Here we go. Tags in.
Got him.
Yep. Whoa, watch it. Stay alive.
Got him?
Yep.
Got him. Don't let him go.
No, I'm good. Oh, I'm gonna let go. Oh, sick.
You get on GoPro?
Yeah. Oh, still going.
Alright, take him.
We got the tag in, guys. He's ours. Oh, he's not done. Oh no. Oh.
Hold it. Grab his bill. Got him?
No, oh, I busted. He's gone.
Huh?
He busted the
What do you bust?
hook.
Okay, that's alright.
Oh, that was a good release.
Nice one, that one.
Almost had a second chance at him. He got caught in the loop of this.
Oh,
Almost got a second grab at him.
it's alright.
Oh.
Get another one.
I reckon we had 2 shots at that fish because I hooked up. I don't know what it did to my slimy. Somehow pulled the guts out without a scratch. Then I managed to kook it. Then I just passed it over to the professionals.
Oh, mate,
And you'll be able to tune in next week to Sammy's 4-wheel drive action because I'm just about to get the sack.
it's alright, mate. Oh, how did you do this? As a leader man, I'll tell you what, you make a pretty good prawn cook.
I'm going to go catch me a marlin. Can't do anything else.
Better if I saw a boat hooked up.
I don't know what you're so concerned about. You're too deep. Too deep in a wahoo. I'm just enjoying myself as a deckhand and jigging liveys. Shauno, inquiry. And fish on. What are you thinking?
Alright.
That was deep, wasn't it?
On the bottom, which is not a good sign.
Oh dear.
I marked something on the bottom. I'll have to give it a go, but
It was right down there. It's proper moving.
at a rate of knots.
Hang on. Is it doing any marlin things?
Negatory.
Oh,
Feels like a big dirty shark.
sharks are cool. Just coming over the bait now. If you're calling shark, are we right to kind of sit here
Yeah.
with a livey in there?
Until it jumps.
Until it jumps, and then we go a bit crazy. Well guys, I just missed another one. Having an absolute shocker. Marlin grabbed it. You see the bill mark and where he's grabbed it. Don't know what happened. Came tight, wound into the circle, and no good. Oh, I feel like this slimy looks exasperated. Big word. Bugger. Well guys, we've had to call it. It's about lunchtime now. We've both got stuff on the Savo, so we've got to give it a boost and get back in. Bit of a shame too, 'cause it's a crack a day.
I reckon the Savo they'll turn on as well.
Yeah,
What do you
bulk
do?
fish on the sounder. They just weren't eating, and when they were, I was cooking it. But yeah,
Not all of us though, were mate?
yeah, not all of us. Not all of us. Oh, we're gonna punch it back in. I was just saying we should film a bit of a closer. I'm going to show you some stuff. I've flogged a heap of the dead slimies that we've got there, and I'm going to show you how I prepare them for bait later in the year. You can't get slimies up at Moreton where I fish, so it's always handy to have a bit of a stockpile. So I'll show you what I do with them. And I was just going to say I may as well just hold the camera and let Sean do the talking, because it's all I've done all day, so I assume he can just take the lead again. What do you got to say?
I was going to say, mate, look, it's not a bad consolation prize. Like a slimy mackerel, it's still a mackerel, right? You caught plenty of those, so don't be down on yourself. I mean, you did let a marlin go, and you got to see me catch heaps of fish, so good day all round, really. I'm stoked. That's my fish of the year, that Wahoo. So, look, what I'm going to do, send me the photos of that one. I'll blow it up, get it signed for you, chuck it up on the wall. You can put it up on the old Sammy Hitzke fishing wall. So, cracking Wahoo, mate. Cracking. I'm glad you could be there for it.
I really love to throw some chat, but I've got 0 grounds to stand on, so I'm just going to stand here and cop it sweet, because there's not much else you can say.
It's not bad for a half day. I reckon if we stuck around for the Arvo, I reckon they would have bit their heads off in the Arvo. But anyway, you'll never know, I suppose.
To be fair, it would have just been an afternoon filled with me just filming you catch fish.
Yeah, no, my back's starting to get sore anyway, so I only had a few more marlin left in him.
I'm surprised your shoulders didn't get sore from carrying me the whole trip. Although, I'm going to put it out there, I was damn good slimy mackerel catcher today. I had one goal today, and that was just filling Esky with slimy mackerel.
You did that, mate. You
look,
got
I did.
15 kilos of slimies. But, no, it was a good day all round, mate. Look, you can't win them all, but in some cases, I obviously can. But just a good day. Just a good day. Any day you outfish Sammy, mate.
I've had enough. I'll talk to you when we get back home. Well, guys, that was a pretty tough day on the water for me. Shauno had an absolute blinder, and I got skunked. But that's fishing. It happens to the best of us. At the end of the day, the beer is still cold, the sun's still shining, and I probably won't hear the end of this for a little while now, so I'm going to have to get revenge on Shauno very, very soon, just to put him back on his level. But the one positive I can take out of today is I did not leave empty-handed. Aside from being the master bait catcher, I've kept all the slimies and yakkers that we jigged up. Now up here off Moreton, slimies are really, really hard to find. So I always make sure I stock up off the Goldie when they're thick in summer, when the marlin are around, and I salt the baits up, and then I can use them for snapper and all sorts of other things later on in the year when the reef fishing comes back online. So I'll show you how I process them and salt them up so you guys can make the most of your spare baits as well. And if you end up not catching any fish, it still gives you something to fill it when you get home so you don't feel too bad. Any excuse for a beer on the filleting table, eh? Cheers. Now the beauty of salted baits is it's heaps tougher than fresh flesh bait. It holds on the hook a lot better, so if you're going for big casts or there's a lot of pickers around, salted bait is going to hang in there a lot longer than say a pilchard or a bit of mullet or something like that, where you get 2 hits, it's gone. This will hang on the hook, and hopefully that commotion of the little fish pecking away at it will attract some bigger fish in as well. Another cool thing is if you're going on a trip, if you're hiking to like a remote headland or something like that, you can actually go without refrigerating it for a little while before it goes bad. That salt actually preserves it, like sort of like a jerky, and yeah, you don't have to refrigerate it. So if you're going somewhere remote, then salted baits are the way to go. With your baits, you want to keep your fillets nice and neat. I'm going to keep the rib cages in, keep the fillets all nice and intact, like so. Sharp knife makes this job a whole lot easier. At the end of the backbone, twist your knife. It's like filleting a small whiting, really. And there you go, you got 2 beautiful fillets like that. Now once that's salted up, that'll actually shrink down in size a little bit, but you cut that in half or even use it whole, you've got yourself a prime snapper bait. That's a better look at them there. Now you're left with a frame. Now you could throw the frame out. I'm not going to. I'm going to cut this bit off here, or you can just tear it off. I'm actually going to keep the heads because they are a really good bait as well. Whether you use them off the beach for mulloway or use them for snapper, big snapper will absolutely annihilate one of them. Even red emperor, that sort of thing. So the heads, definitely don't throw them out. The only thing I waste, or don't waste, or I throw out is the frame. And even that you could probably crunch up into burley or something like that. So what you're going to need is a large container like this one. You'll see I've already added a heap of salt to the bottom, and I've got some fillets laying down already. And a fly, bugger off, get out of it. I got him too. There you go, Mr. Miyagi. Usually crisscross to make sure they fit better, and we'll just continue to pack layers and layers of fillets and then salt, fillets then salt. Yeah, it's coming along nicely there. Got a couple of layers, a few heads starting to stack up. Now what I'm going to do with these smaller ones, these are only like 20 centimeters long, only 20 centimeters long. So what I'm actually going to do is cut them in half and just do them in halves, no fillets, just cut them in half on an angle, and they'll be like a semi whole bait, well, half bait, but yeah, but all intact. So you can still, you don't have to just be flesh, you can still salt up like a whole fish like that. If they were small enough, you could just leave them whole like that and salt them up that way, but these ones I'll half, so they're still castable, they're still a decent sized bait, but you get 2 baits out of each one. Snapper comes across that, he is going to go berserk. Same with that tail section there. There's still plenty of guts. You want to leave those guts in. They're just as tasty. That will salt up a treat. What you're going to want to do is put both containers in the fridge with their lids on for 24 hours. After that, you want to take all your baits out, kind of clean your container a bit, get all the moisture out of the bottom, then put a new fresh batch of salt through the whole lot. Now after that, leave it for another 24 to 36 hours, and then you can do whatever you want with them. I usually cryovac mine up into little packets, so I'll have 5 or 6 baits in each packet, so I know I've got enough for a session, and I can keep them frozen, and they'll last literally for years. You should have bait whenever you need it, regardless of what season. Well guys, this is the end result. Cryovac bags full of tasty looking baits. They're the heads, and they're the halves. Hopefully in some of the upcoming videos I'll be able to show you some of the fish I catch on this bait. I'm still in the bait collecting phase, so I want to go out and get a few bonito, a few tailor, and also salt those up as well. I just want to make sure I'm fully stocked, so when reef fishing comes back online, when that current starts to slow down, I'm ready to rock and roll. Pretty keen to do some reef trips this year as well, chase some red emperor, some coral trout, some red throat. So this stuff is going to go absolutely gangbusters up on the reef as well. Even off the beach, chasing mulloway and big tailor, this stuff is going to be absolutely unreal. It is worth noting, I didn't have to change the salt on this one. I left it for about an extra 8 to 12 hours, and I checked the fillets, they were quite firm. They'd come up really nicely. So I only did that initial salting at the start there. I didn't have to change out the salt and do it for another 24 hours. They turned out really well. Well guys, I hope you enjoyed the episode. There's not much more I can say. It was a pretty tough morning on the rod for me. Luckily Shauno was there and was having an absolute blinder. I missed all my chances, but hey, like that crap saying goes, that's why they call it fishing and not catching. Can't win them all. And I proved that this morning because I didn't win any. So what can you do? One thing I will say though is I will be getting my revenge on Shauno very soon. We've got some trips coming up and I will not be taking it easy. I will be going hell for leather and making sure I come out on top, come out victorious with the biggest and the baddest fish you've ever seen. So make sure you stay tuned for that because they'll be coming up in the near future. If you did like or learn something guys, make sure you smash that like button. Leave us a comment below. If you want to support the channel, you can do so by jumping on my website, www.sammyhitzkefishing.com. Grab yourself a hat like this one or the navy. And there's also some cool stuff coming in the near future, so make sure you keep your eyes peeled for that. It's going to be pretty gnarly. Righto guys, until next week. Oh, sorry, forgot. If you're new to the channel, make sure you subscribe because there's new fishing action every single week. I haven't missed a Sunday upload in like 70 weeks, so do yourself a favour, hit that subscribe button. Guys, got nothing else. Hope you're getting a few fish. Hope you caught more than me this week. Have a good one, and I'll see you next week.